live. And yeah, it's boosting my channel for sure, it is. So, and because, yeah, I don't know what to say. All I can say is that as soon as I go live now, there are like a billion Indians who has free reads. They tend to forget reading the caption that says, in this case, Pisces. So if you have any questions, although I'm too far away, I don't have my glasses on. So one would also go that far and say, why are you ignoring me? Because it's not a free read. So it's gone a little bit too far in a way. People think that, I'm some freebie, and it decreases the value on the work I do. But at the same time, it is growing my channel. So something, why not? Why not? So we will do this for a while, and we will chop down on the freebies eventually when we have reached a certain element of where we can work, because now the space on my camera, it's non-existing, so I have to do everything now. I have to do absolutely everything. Let's just ring in the ceremony, shall we? I have to do it live. So I don't really have any choice but to live to keep up the channel. Anyway, Pisces, it's been a while. The free reads have been taking up a lot of my time, and I have to admit I do enjoy the free reads when all the freeloaders are gone. We are a group of coffee, tea drinking, hot chocolate drinking people who talk about the weather and the wind, and about, yesterday we had a conversation about, we spoke open about like friends, on a coffee shop. One day I hope that I could bring you into a channel where I can see your face. I think I swallowed a mosquito or something. I'm waking up like this 1 year now since I left Goa. Last year when I left Goa, at this time my entire body was filled with tiny small dots, like a rash kind of thing. So it's the sweating. That's for sure, the sweating. So I have a lot of dirt in the system, but eating vegetarian food, drinking a lot of water, I don't know, there's still some dirt in the system. So anyway, Pisces, we are going to do a general read and check upon what's going on now. There is a solar eclipse for those of you who live in the Americas. So I don't know if this solar eclipse is going to affect people like you and me. I don't know why I say you and me. I'm so used to that everyone are in the east somehow, but I did a check, and there are actually more Americans than Indians. It's almost 50-50. There are Americans and Indians, and not too many Europeans. So, which I find a little bit interesting. But Americans, they ironically are more silent, and the Hindi people, like we have someone Hindi here, I cannot see the text, but they have this culture where they are spamming the channel. so the reader can just pick out easily who suits. So it's a competition, it's a competitive system to get a free read. And in this case, people don't even bother read the caption. They don't understand that this is a Pisces read. So they would go, man, please, give me a card, give me a card, give me a card. So it's going to be like this for a while until I get an office, I get a computer, I get a place I can be calm and I get to edit my videos, so forth and so forth. Until that, we are going to do the reads live. And I warn you, as long as I don't see all the interruptions there, I'm fine. But I have been close to seeing some of the things people write, and I had a couple of episodes where I explode because of it's disrespectful, simply. So Pisces, we are going to start with the skull here. So you have death. So things are changing now, Pisces, for you. Things are changing radically. You have 9 of Wands in reversed. This is feeling very vulnerable. Like, it's not just being the wounded warrior, but it also being wounded. Being a victim. It can also be victimizing yourself. So Pisces, you are one of those who are in the danger zone of feeling a lot of sorry for yourself. That's a Piscean trait on the dark side. I'm just going to say it out loud. I'm going to be plain, blank, honest, and all that stuff with you. Namaste, people. You need to reverse that. And being a wounded warrior is okay. We are all wounded warriors. And we create, therefore, a barrier so people can no longer wound us into the degree where we end up becoming lone wolves, like myself. Always, always, always alone. And it's much better than being around people who have a low connection to the prime creator, basically, who have a low spiritual ethic, So justice is popping here. So if someone harmed you somehow, send you death threats, or tell you I'm gonna kill you, or or you feel vulnerable because of the changes that are happening in your life. Karma here says, so the universe says that this is just universe balancing thing out. You need not to fear anything. So you are a magician. You are a magician, and here I see you struggle with manifesting something. It shouldn't really last long, but you need to understand that when you're going to manifest something into your life, you need to have a high vibration. High vibration, being in a state where you're happy, where you feel good, then you focus your intention on what it is that you want into your life, you invite it, and you behave afterwards as you already have it. Okay? If you chase it, it will run away from you. But you can set up that cage here with carrots, and the bunny will come to you. There you got your stew. In the past here, I see you being very strong. This is a Scorpio card, actually. It does belong to Leo. It's a Leo Scorpio card. It also belongs to my tribe of Scorpio, of the tropical Scorpio, of the second decade, first part, from 3rd of November. Now, we do have the Queen of Wands here in reversed. So You could have been, you are either a playboy, or you've been dealing with a player, or you've been dealing, some of you could have been in a relationship where there was infidelity. Very often, when Queen of Wands is in reverse, it shows and tells me that there is a third party involved, and she's attractive, she's sexy, but she's not marriage material necessarily. She's some kind of entertainer, and when she's coming out in reverse, she can also be quite the bitch, to be honest with you. She doesn't have a higher level of consciousness, but when she's in reverse in your read, it can also be that even though she's a wonderful woman, she, just because of her presence and the way you chose to indulge yourself or involve yourself with her, it have been made a situation you are in worse. So here we have Four of Wands. This could be an engagement, celebration of some sort. Very often it can also symbolize a marriage. And so why is this Queen of Wands popping up here? The outcome here is the Empress. So either you're a man or a female, you are going to learn from this, and you're going to rise from the ashes, and you are going to turn into something wonderful. There is a big change happening now, and I've said it so many times. And now this time they say it's all different, and I believe them, because now aerial phenomena stuff starts to leak out, things that we wouldn't believe 20 timelines ago would ever happen in this lifetime starts to pop up. They're also talking about opening up the CERN portal while the black sun, while the sun eclipse is taking place. And should we be creeped out? Yeah, unless you swap your timeline. So I'm going to do like I always do, like tomorrow is tomorrow, and the day after, and May, June, July. It's going to be another day where the sun will shine, and so forth and so forth. So I don't know about you. It would be nice that we upgrade the planet though, so we have King of Wands in reverse. So Pisces, was it someone in a relationship here that when naughty, they found someone they clicked with, they had so much in common, and they had too much fun, they are a little bit like children, and they didn't take into the consideration that someone already were engaged or in a relationship. They are now outside the circle. Now you are showing up as the Emperor in reverse. So you are showing up on the same row as the Empress. So there are many good things here in your read. We have so many things that add up as a couple. The Four of Wands, we see a couple. Queen and King of Wands, it's a couple. Problem is they're both in reverse. Is it because they're both narcissistic? Is it because they both were cheating, or did you cheat with someone else who cheated? Then the Empress is coming out as with this virtue. Someone here are being good. The good guy, the bad guy. And at the same time, the Emperor is either someone who are on the lowest of the lowest. They could have access to power, they abuse this power. They could have lost everything. And this is position you are forced to relate yourself to. Hitler, he was the emperor in reverse. He was a shadow. He was a shadow of what's supposed to be good. The creator. And I would say, like, yeah, that's the magician, but it's not. The creator. And she's got a kitty cat. The same kitty cat we looked at yesterday with lots of spot on. The creator. Who is the creator? Well, in this case, I'd say the creator is showing up as a female with dark skin. She could be from India, she could be from North Africa, she could be from anywhere in Africa, really. She's very exotic, her cat is very exotic, and there is lightning on both her sides, and there is no number attached to her. The creator is showing up in your fears, in your hopes. So there is some kind of a block here, something you're thinking, something that prevents you from manifesting what you want. Now, I was in this mood today where I felt, now I'm stuck. I'm stuck in cement, I'm stuck in concrete, I can't move, I have to do something. And I found a solution eventually to something it's been bugging me for a very, very long time. Finally, I found a solution. So when I went out and I had my delicious veggie dinner with cashew nuts today, and I'm sitting down and I'm looking up. I'm in a Buddhist country, but I'm looking straight up at Mahalakshmi. And she agreed, clearly, it's like there was this communication between us. It's like, clearly you agree with me that the solution I just came up with is actually quite brilliant. As long as the finances support this idea, it's a brilliant idea. So I just came back, cleaned the room, and I thought, okay, let's do the Pisces read. I really feel good about this idea. So I did it. I have been asking, I've been praying, I even went to the Buddhist temple praying to some energy, I don't know, just praying, showing my respect. And there is a lot of hypocrisy that is connected to the Buddhist culture here in Thailand. I'm going to bring it up later. Everyone in Thailand is going to hate me afterwards, but they really, really, really need to think here, use their brain, on how much waste they are sacrificing. Toothpaste, soda pops, plastic guns, toys for children, dresses, food. They sacrifice that to Buddha, and people are sleeping in the streets, dying from hydration. They don't have food, they don't have anything to give to their children. Buddha is a statue. He's not going to eat that stuff or drink that stuff you put in front of him. So it's a diversion from something called feng shui. Feng shui is how you, like, interior wise, you paint your walls in a certain way, you put things in a specific way. Like in India, your puja is supposed to be in east. It's logic, that's where the sun goes up. That's also where we plant our trees. If we have plants in the house, we prioritize east. North is where you plant your turtle. and that is symbol of currency. That's where you plant the pictures where water will flow, and that's also if you have carps like koi, these goldfish, this is where you plant your goldfish. In the south, you have the phoenix or crane-like birds that symbolizes fire, while the white tiger is supposed to be in the east. They symbolizes friendship, connections, and all those things. Now, when you have these things in order, and you also put up fresh flowers, you put out big oranges that symbolizes literally gold. You know, you reference, the reference is the sun, but the reference is also that big orange that gives life. It's gold. So they basically plant orange trees and all these things, and they are against these tiny trees that you have in Japan. In Japan, they do the opposite. Everything is square, and they crumble the trees, and it's painful for the tree to be crippled like that, so it could look beautiful. Chinese don't do that. They want the tree to grow freely and be abundant as possible. Here, they are sacrificing, well, thank God they don't sacrifice goats and all those things like they do in India, but they sacrifice stuff, plastic, and there is so much about that which have nothing to do with Buddhism, not to mention that 90% of the food they serve you is meat, and more meat. Even cow. So yeah, I'm going to make a small video about it. I'm going to be hated because of it, but you can't call yourself a Buddhist if you know you just because you bow to Buddha, and then afterward you go home, you eat cow, you waste your plastic, you don't do anything, you don't serve the country, you don't serve people, you don't do anything. It's not Buddhism. Which makes me think maybe that's one of the reasons the creator here planted me here to not necessarily say anything, but when we are planted somewhere, it means that this place needs that level of consciousness. It never had that angle. So many people like me have been planted here to send out that angle of consciousness, or to just utter that word that, you know, this is not Buddhism. Buddhism is about transcendence of the self. If you're going to transcend the self into something higher, into nirvana, you also need to act upon it as if be aligned with the force. Now we're going to check out some possible outcomes for you Pisces. I just had to get that out of the system. Like many of you are here to check upon your love connection. Well, the mother star here. And the mother star, what the hell is that? I clearly have not done my job checking up that these cards are completely different than what I'm used to. So the mother star here, well, let's just pretend that this is the star card. So it's healing. The mother star, if we're going to go back in time, we see the cat here, the tiger is here. So there's a little bit Durga energy. The tiger also have wings, which is pretty cool. If you can zoom in, I'm not going to zoom too much towards you, but she holds a cup, but she also holds a sword. So she's highly confusing. But the mother star in ancient Mesopotamian religion is Ishtar. She's the first mother. She's the mother who gave birth to Adam, and who who we know as Eve, who really was Tiamat. I think so anyway, from translations of the story. They needed one of the blue people, or the people who came down to earth. They realized that in order to create human, we need dirt, because we are of earth. But if we want to become like them, we also need to be grown within their frequency. So the first humans were carried by the gods. So this is how I see it. The mother star is symbolized with seven points, 7 of wands in reversed. You feel maybe that you have difficulty it's difficult to defend yourself regard to a situation. You also have 6 of wands in reverse. This is the Bohemian owl, the tower owl. So 6 of wands in reverse here. It's something that speaks of there is no victory in this. Maybe you have planned something and it's not going to go the way you think. 10 of swords here speak of a betrayal. Or it could also say that it's not necessarily always a betrayal, but it could be, like it says literally here, ending, final, closure, ending, final, closure, ending, final, closure. Okay, we get it. 3 roses. Something is about to come to an end in your life. And hopefully it is in that sense that you can move on. So this is the Chariot here. There's a lot of cats here. This person have a cat fetish. Those cats, tigers and leopards here. So things will move on for you after, when you're done with the situation, that you see that, you know, this situation ain't serving me, I'm done. Someone is watching you, and this person, they are crying because of you. They are in grief because of you, because they wanted to have a commitment. It could be someone who you could consider to be wealthy, but for some reason, as you know the story in before here, they see that you're already perhaps engaged to someone else. I don't know the full story here. You feel free to comment below. I see here that 6 of Cups. This is a soulmate who they are disappearing out of of your life. 8 of Cups here. That's a beautiful picture of the octopus. So they are also making sure that they're not going to leave any tears behind that you can pick up as pearls. I don't know where I get that from. So there's going to be a loss here. There will be a time where they will think a lot about you, and in that case, one of you, this person or you, are going to get a new possible love offer in your life. So it all depends on the situation you're in. So you need to know, I see a tiger here, 9 of Swords in reverse. Some of you are afraid to defend yourself, basically, or to stand up for your opinions and who you truly are. Okay? You need to stand up. Here is the star. So who is the mother star? I'm gonna have a look in this book, but you know, we can think. We can think. So the conclusion here, the ravens are going to help me with that conclusion. So, but what I mean to tell you is that when Scorpio got those horrible outcomes, like 10 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Coins in reverse, there's going to be a loss of money, there's going to be a loss of love. Sounds like they have a funeral ahead of them. I basically turned the cards around and I used permission slips. All kind of magic that we use are basically permission slips, because everything happens in here and here. It is your vibrations that actually do the magic, but symbols, incantations and mantras can help. Because when you do a mantra, it's like throwing a rock into the water and it will create circles for you, right? So the bigger the rock, the bigger the waves are going to affect. You know, it's like an external tsunami, like a tectonic plate. Poof! So when we throw out sound, you notice people, if they scream in your ear, it impacts you in a negative way. So the same thing you can do with the cards. If you see that you are now on a path where the result will be the Empress in reverse, or the Emperor in reverse, 6 of Wands in reverse, you can take those cards, turn them around. You can close this one off and you can put the star on top for healing. Okay, you can take the Emperor and you can reverse him. You can take the 7 of Wands and decide that I'm going to protect myself, and then you can use other cards to basically turn the entire read around, and you can find mantras that are suitable for that, and you can find symbols. I purchased a turtle which symbolizes abundance. It's basically a tiny Lakshmi symbol. Same with elephants. Also, I used the hexagram to capture the energy, because it's a trap. It's like a cage. It's a cube. And you can use incense, prayers, visualizations to basically turn around the events around you. You wouldn't be a real magician if you only did the tarot cards. If you are a magician, or because you are, you can say, no, I'm not a magician. Yeah, you are. Every time you open your mouth, you are casting something out into the Akashic records, and it has a reaction somewhere. Boom, 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 boom. You know, it's like a domino effect. So you can use that knowledge to change the outcome of the read here. You can use everything you learn about the star tetrahedron. The pentagram is a warding of evil. I have the pentagram on my finger. You can also summon your tulpas or your energy animals, or you can even create your own tulpa. You can summon your ancestors. You could put it on an altar. You can, especially if the moon is placed in a specific manner, you could wrap it all into a small little pouch where I put crystal inside. Obsidian is, damn it, I forgot to buy. I should have purchased obsidian yesterday. They stole my obsidian in the airport, but obsidian is absorbing negative energy. So you can wrap it all in. So the plants and all those things, they have one wrap, and the small things that you want to change, they are placed in a small pouch. The color of the pouch also have a saying, and I basically sleep with this one under my bed. So now you know a little bit of chaos magic. This is called chaos magic because you don't follow a specific book. You follow your own knowledge about north, east, south, west, astrology, what sign is in moon right now, is it rising, is it waxing. So if you want to get rid of someone or something in your life, you do it when the moon is waning, okay? If you want to get rid of a Virgo in your life, do it while the moon is waning in Virgo, alright? Or you can create Virgo vibes around in your life, just as an example, okay? If you want to make a fortune, you can, one method is or have gain power. One method is use black, which is Saturn, which is Capricorn, and you use the sign of Capricorn, which is the star tetrahedron. It's a hexagram, okay, and other Capricorn symbol like Saturn, and you have black candles. And you have so someone would probably sacrifice a goat. Maybe it's working, but you don't have my permission. Okay, I would rather sacrifice to the goat by giving it delicious food, flowers, cuddle it, you know, because it's a goat symbol. So now I'm teaching you a little bit about magic. And then you become one, you have create perhaps your own goat tulpa or animal protector. And you can also summon a dakini, which there are information about within Tibetan magic, and so forth and so forth. There are many ways you can tweak your reality into your liking. Okay, so the last messages you get, Pisces, is something about the night. So you get 33. They say that we have 33 vertebrae, but someone claimed that is not correct. Anyway, 33 is a sacred number. So it's something about the night here. There is something about the nature. Probably you perhaps need to get out more, get out of your depression. I know that many of you are isolated now and you're overthinking negative things in your life, and because you are overthinking negative things in your life, you're also increasing them. I'm not saying necessarily ignore them, don't do anything about it, but focusing on them, being afraid of them, they will grow. And if you die now, you will just have to continue with this issue in your next life. So figure out, there is a way. There is a way. You have mischief. So someone here is treating someone not so nice. This is a raven going, this is beyond prank. This is not even pranking. This is bullying someone else. Let's bully that cat. And you see that the cat doesn't think it's funny. Sometimes they come down and they drag the tail of an animal. It's funny, you know. It doesn't harm the animal. But when they are attacking the cat like this, it's a murder of crows. It's vicious. So you should perhaps look around you. There could be a mischief around you that wants to... Yeah, you could also have someone around you who is trying to either mimic you. This is about mimicry. It can also mean that if you want to be a wealthy man or a man that is like this or is like that, mimic them, mimic how they behave. Notice that most powerful men, they have a mudra. They sit like this, or they could sit like this. They have a straight back. They don't have a hunchback. Hunchbacks are not powerful people. Open up your shoulders, because you're also sending out energy with the way you carry your body, which is a physical manifestation of your vibrations, which is your vibrations too. Okay, Pisces. So that was a long and good one for you. I hope this helps. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna see you guys again. But these cards, beautiful cards, and note, don't despair. Get out of your room, get out in the nature, maybe go to the temple, put something under your pillow, and ask for advice, ask for help, ask for advice. Show me how I can do this. Okay, so guys, I love you so much. Sorry, I'm not capable of chatting with you guys while I do the read. And namaste, catch you on the flip side.